الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهد له فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم والشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم عنا بعد يا معشر المسلمين. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praising Him and magnifying Him Jalla wa ala, today we want to mention a very important matter in the life of the Muslim. And this matter that we want to mention is the purification of the heart. The purification of the heart, ya ayyuhan nas. Allah tells us about the covering of the heart. And this covering of the heart can cause a person to go astray. Or it can lead a person to many sins and corruption. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions about this covering, about this hardness of the heart in the Quran. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه الكريم كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions, but on their hearts is a ran, on their hearts is a covering which they used to earn. As Ibn Kathir rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions, he comments on his ayat. He says the only thing that blocked their hearts from believing, the only thing that blocked their hearts from believing in it, meaning the Quran, it is the dark covering that is cast over it from many sins and wrongdoings. So they committed that which covered their hearts. They have committed so much sins, they have done so much corruption that hardens and it covers the heart from seeing the truth. It covers the individual's perception. You can tell the individual that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says this in the Quran. You can tell the person that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says this in the hadith. But the person la yubali. But the person, he doesn't care. And the person, he is arrogant when it comes to you reminding the person. And this is due to the darkness and the covering of the hearts, ya ayyuhan nas. Due to the many sins that they have committed, that has covered their hearts. As Ibn Jarih and Ibn al-Tamidi and al-Nasa'i and Ibn Majah all recorded from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says in the authentic hadith, whenever the servant commits a wrong, a black spot is put on his heart. So if he refrains from it, meaning the sins, and he seeks forgiveness and he repents to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his heart is polished and it is clean. But if he returns to the sin, the spot will increase in darkness. It will increase in darkness until it overcomes the entire heart. Nas'al Allah salam al-afiyah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His protection from the many dhunub and the ma'asi that we commit on a regular basis. And we should be in constant repentance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be as servants, as slaves of Allah subhanahu, constantly repenting to Allah, constantly making tawbah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the covering over the hearts. It is reported from Ibrahim ibn Azam, rahimahullah ta'ala. May Allah have mercy upon him. It is mentioned that he passed through the marketplaces of Basra. So the people, they gathered around him and they asked him, or rather it is mentioned in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in His book, call upon me and I will answer your prayers. But we have been calling on Allah. As they have mentioned, we have been calling on Allah. And He did not answer our prayer. He did not answer our supplication. So Ibrahim ibn Azam, he told them, he said, "Oh, people of Basra, your hearts have died in respect of 10 things. As we will mention these 10 things. And then we should examine ourselves. We should question ourselves in regards to these 10 things that I'm going to mention." So Ibrahim ibn Azam, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions the first of them, the reason why your dua is not being accepted. The reason why your supplication, it is not being accepted. He says, rahimahullah ta'ala, you know Allah, but you do not give Him His right. You know Allah, but you do not give Him His right. And Athani, number 2, you read the Quran, you read about the punishment of Allah, you read about His threats, you read about that which took place in the past and what happened to those who came before you, but it doesn't affect the hearts. Limada ya ayyuhan nas? Because the wrong, that which is covering the hearts, the darkness of the hearts, because of the sins of the dhunub and the ma'asi that the servant commits. He mentions, rahimahullah, that you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you do not give Him His rights. And you read about Allah, you read the Quran, you read the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you do not abide by it. You do not apply it in your life. You do not refer to the Quran. You read about the book of Allah, you read the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it doesn't have an effect on the heart. Limada ya ayyuhan nas? Because of the darkness of the hearts, because of the sins that the servant commits. Call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. كذب because of the darkness of the heart. The heart had been covered from the sins which they have used, from the sins that they used to earn. So he mentions number 3. You claim to love Allah and His Messenger. You claim to love Allah and His Messenger, alayhi salatu wassalam, that you abandon His Sunnah. You claim to love the Messenger of Allah. You claim to follow the Messenger of Allah, but you abandon His Sunnah. As the Messenger of Allah, alayhi salatu wassalam, he mentions in the khutbah to Hajj, وَكُلُّ بِدْعَةٍ ضَلَالَةٍ وَكُلُّ ضَلَالَةٍ فِي النَّارِ, that every innovation is a misguidance, and every misguidance leads to the fire. You claim to follow the Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah, but you do not follow His Sunnah. And number 4, you claim that the shaitan is an open enemy to you, but you do not matter, but you conform to his way. You claim that the shaitan is an open enemy, but you following in his footsteps. لِمَاذَا يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ? Because of the darkness of the heart. This is something that we need to contemplate and reflect upon. Around the covering of the heart. We ask that the brothers please move up, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. Because there's brothers that is coming in and they need room to pray. Bithnillahi ta'ala. And number 5, you say that you want paradise. We say that we want Jannah. We say that we want heaven. We say that we want to go to Jannah. But we are not working for it. Jannah is expensive, ya ayyuhan nas. Jannah is that the person he puts in the work. The person he puts in the work in this dunya, so that perhaps he may see the fruits of his labor in Jannah bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. As you find individuals, they say, some of the people, they think that their Jannah is here. Or some of the kuffar, they believe that their Jannah is here because they have the money, they have the resources, they have the cars, they have all of the dunya. Their Jannah is here. The Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, he said, Ad-dunya sijnul mu'min wa jannatul kafir. Ad-dunya sijnul mu'min, that this prison, that this world is a prison for the believer. Wa jannatul kafir, and it is a Jannah. This is paradise for the believer. This is paradise for the disbeliever. This is paradise for the kuffar, because they do what they want. But we as Muslims should be striving for the hereafter. But today our hearts became hard because of many mistakes, many sins, corruption in the earth that has produced sin upon sin. Naam ya ayyuhan nas. So it is mentioned as Ibrahim ibn al-Azam, rahimahullah ta'ala, he says that you want paradise, but you do not work for it. You want paradise, but you do not work for it. It doesn't come easy, ya ayyuhan nas, that the paradise, it is worked for. And number 6, you say you fear the fire. We say that we fear the nar. We fear the fire. But you yourself are closer to it by sinning. كلا بل رون على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. This is the reason. Number 7, you say death is true. Al-maut, you say that yes, we are going to die. You say that the death is true, but you do not prepare for it, or we do not reflect and ponder over it. Number 8, you busy yourself with the faults of others, and you disregard your own faults. You disregard your own sins. You disregard your own mistakes. You look at other individuals and say, see what he's doing, see what she's doing. But what about yourself? What about your sins? Number 9, you consume the favors of your lords, but you are not grateful for them. We consume many of the ni'am, Many of the blessings that Allah has bestowed upon us, each and every day we consume. We are blessed with His favors, with food, with drink, with sustenance, with all of that which you can think of. But we are not grateful for them. We squander them. We waste the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And number 10, you bury your dead, but you do not take a lesson from them. You go to the grave sites, you bury your loved ones, your brothers, your sisters, but this doesn't have an effect on the heart. Limada? Because of the wrong, because of the blackness of the heart. You hear about so-and-so have died, so-and-so have passed away. And what do you say? Oh yeah? Wow, subhanallah. But that's it. Does it have an effect on our hearts that we are going to be next? We are going to be the ones that is prayed over. We are going to be the ones that our brothers bury and make dua for. كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. أقول هذا القول أستغفر الله لي ولكم. بسم الله والحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد يا أيها الناس. It is reported that Masruq rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, everyone should have times when they sit alone and remember their sins. Everyone should have time when they sit alone and they remember their shortcomings, they remember their sins. And thus they seek the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is in the collection of Ahmed ibn Hanbal and his Zuhd. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions in the Quran, قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions that he has succeeded, the one who purifies his soul, and he has failed the individual who has corrupted his soul. He has succeeded, the one who has purified his soul, and he has failed the one who corrupts his soul. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, a day when there will be no benefits in wealth or children, but only the one who comes to Allah with a pure heart, with a sound heart, qalb salim, free from ma'asi. That this heart, it is free from corruption. This heart, it is free from hate. It is free from all that which Allah hates. So we learn from these verses that our success in the hereafter, it depends upon the purification of the heart in this life. That we must purify our hearts now in this life. Leaving off the ghibah, leaving off namimah. He said and she said, leaving off the smoking and the joking, leaving off the listening to music. Wa'iyathu billah. The Quran is not good for you. The Quran is not that which is enough for you. The Quran is not enough for you, ya ayyuhan nas. For those who smoke, for those who drink, the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is real. The Quran, the speech of Allah, is not enough. His threat doesn't fit. His threat doesn't cause you to shiver. His threat doesn't cause you to fear. What is it? Why? Because of the hardness of the hearts. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his infinite mercy to forgive us, to have mercy upon us, and to make us amongst those who repent when we do wrong. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his names and his attributes, Al-Kareem, Al-Manan, Al-Jabbar, Al-Mutakabbir, to have mercy upon us, to forgive us, and to increase us in that which he loves and is pleased with. أقول هذا القول أستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وأقيم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا تراصوا. Fill in the gaps of the ikhwan. Make sure that the line is straight. Stand close to your brother, inshallah. Move up slightly, inshallah, for those so that the brothers and sisters can have room.